It's dissertation year. I have a goal of reaching my defense within the next 10 months, submitting my manuscript and defense within the next 10 months for my PhD program. Well, there comes a setback when you are going through the dissertation process, like not getting approved for chapter one. This is my seventh time doing chapter one over, and this process is new. This process is a learning curve in order to get me to where I want to be, which is Dr. Peter King. Okay. So, in the midst of becoming Dr. Peter King, what I am learning is that you have to give yourself a lot of grace and a lot of patience, and you have to understand that every day is a new day. It comes with new challenges, it comes with new setbacks, and that's just life. Life is going to come with setbacks, it's going to come with unsavory answers, denials, it's going to come with sorry, we're going to move on to the next candidate. It's going to come with so many things that is going to make you feel like you're taking 10 steps back versus 10 steps forward. And at the end of the day, you have to be okay with yourself to know that it's okay to have setbacks and it's okay to regroup, re strategize, and figure out the best way in which to get it done. This dissertation is not going to be perfect. It is very emotionally charged. Speaking of child sexual trauma, trying to link child sexual trauma and psychological safety, trying to bridge that gap of intrapersonal psychological safety and what the current literature is saying, which focuses a lot on disclosure and how we get children to disclose child sexual abuse versus how we aid adults who have survived child sexual abuse in living more productive, fulfilled adult lives. So it is like any researcher going through their doctoral degree. If you are currently a PhD student, if you're new to the journey, if you're right at the cusp of starting your dissertation, if you're in the middle of the dissertation, congratulations, you've made it this far. It is hard. I understand. I don't ever want to diminish somebody else's feelings or emotions when it comes on to going through a PhD program because it is meant to test you, and tested me it has been. Okay, this is the seventh time that I'm submitting chapter one. We're on week 9, so I'm submitting them at a rapid race and I'm getting the feedback at a rapid race, which is good. It means that my chair is active, they're present, and they're on it just as much as I'm on it. Because if you look at it, 7 submissions in 9 weeks isn't bad. It's excessive for people who don't know the process of why I have to resubmit a 18-page document 17 times, but then again, it's 18 pages and it has a lot to do with my own body of research. So it is going to take a lot of fixing, tweaking, and all that stuff, which is what I'm currently going through. It is a very frustrating process. I'm not even gonna lie because I'm like, oh my God, I just want to get this submitted, but it's not. And in the midst of reading the reviews, it's just like I'm getting more. But that's okay. The goal is to get it done, right? And with getting it done, it comes with getting feedback. And feedback isn't always, oh my God, you did such an amazing job. Now let's move on to chapter 2. No, feedback can come in the form of saying the student is not progressing with applying feedback. For anyone who suffered perfectionism, this scene alone, even for me, it is very, very disheartening because I've resubmitted this several times. With this second chair, it's only been twice. So I'm taking it as a learning experience. I've never done a dissertation before. This is my first time. So I'm new to this, but I'm still true to this, right? Um, it's just going to take some time, and I'm learning along the way in my becoming Dr. Peter King that give yourself grace. It took me years to figure that out. Give yourself grace. Every day isn't always going to be perfect. You aren't going to be able to give 120% every day, and that's just being realistic. That's being human. You're not always going to get an A. And that's coming from me saying that I used to fight for grades. Anyways, I digress. Give yourself grace as you go through whatever phase you are going through in life, because none of us really knows what we're doing. We're just kind of, well, I shouldn't say none of us. I should speak specifically for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm winging this, and I'm hoping for the best. And I'm putting my experience and my gathered knowledge into creating a document that's at least 100 pages. And I have 10 months to get that completed. So this is not easy. It's not a pretty process. It's pretty ugly. It's a lot of red lines. It's a lot of let's fix this. It's a lot of let's place this here. This format doesn't work. You need to rearrange this, rewrite the sentence. It's a lot of those. And even those minute detail can impact your approval status. And for me, those details made my document not get approved. And it's not about blaming anyone. I don't want to say I blame myself for not doing a good job. No, the chair didn't read it properly. She didn't understand. No. The fact of the matter is, it's not clear and concise as it needs to be in order to meet their approval. Because you only have two. You either meet their approval or you don't meet their approval. They don't care about the in-between of nothing, okay? At the dissertation level, nobody gives a shit. Okay, you have to meet the expectations or you just don't meet the expectations. And that's just something that has to be taken into consideration as you move up in your academic career. As you move up in life, not everything is going to meet the expectations of whoever you bring it to. And you have to be comfortable and okay in yourself to know that it's okay to try again. It's okay to re-strategize. It's okay to go back to the drawing board. It's okay to look at those revisions not as marks on your soul, but simply as someone helping you to get to the other level and showing you the way you need to do that, no matter how harsh they can be sometimes. And my chair, the professors who are the ones that review my dissertation manuscript, they are not brutally hard because they're very nice. It's just that nobody likes to hear that they didn't get approved. It doesn't matter what form, whether that's academic, business, financials. Nobody liked to hear that they didn't get approved to move on to the next whatever. But it's just a setback for you to bounce back even harder, right? So like a bow, you pull that back and you let it snap, right? So you're just gaining momentum. Each setback is gaining momentum. And that's what I'm going to think of it as. Because if I ever think of it as I'm not good enough, I'm going to perish. But that's not the case. What I'm saying, the message of this 10-minute long video is give yourself grace. When you don't get approval, just know that they are not dismissing you. They're giving you a chance to become better. They're giving you a chance to prove that you can do this. And I wholeheartedly believe that we can do anything we set our mind to if we have the right tools and if we are able to use the resources provided to us. And one of the things with my LLC is that we speak about resilient resources. So, providing resources, and in order for me to provide adequate resources to survivors, I first have to find the appropriate formatting for my dissertation so I can confidently go to somebody and say, oh, by the way, I did the research for this. I know for a fact, this can help you in whatever capacity. So give yourself grace. This is only the beginning. In 10 months, I'm going to be like, wow, see, we totally did it. Or I'm going to say, you know what? We still have a few more things to do. And that's okay. Whatever answer I come up with at the end of 10 months, I am going to cry either way. Either it's good tears or tears of frustration. And if it's frustration, then that's okay, because it means that it's another opportunity for me to pull that arrow back further and hold the momentum to shoot it forward. So, pretty sure that analogy does not work. And if it did, congratulations, you understand my lingo. If it didn't, I apologize, and I will try to be less corny in my next video. But stay tuned to see what another 4:44 a.m. video looks like for me. It is Tuesday and we still got to walk the dogs and we still got to go to work later today. So we're using this time to review chapter 1 and also to dive into my Bible a little bit before I take my pups on their 2.5 mile walk. So